Good morning, Mrs. Coryell's class.
Good morning, Mrs. Saunders.
Today we are going to talk about 1.1 multiplying integers, and the I can statement after we finished our notes was I can multiply integers. Do you guys feel like you can multiply integers?
Yes.
Great. In a couple of minutes you're going to get some practice on that, but for right now we're going to review what we talked about in these notes. Ladies and gentlemen, we did on our first main idea 5 vocab words. 5 vocab words. Our first vocab word was integer. And we said an integer is a whole number and its
Opposite.
It's a whole number and its opposite. So when I ask you those questions, you're answering them, right? Okay, cool. We also talked about multiplication. We said multiplication was what?
Repeated addition.
Say again?
Repeated addition.
It's repeated addition. Down here, we have some numbers or an equation. It's 2 times 3 equals 6. What number is the product? In this equation, what number is the product? 6 are the answer, yep. And what numbers are the factors?
2 and 3.
2 and 3, 2 and 3, okay? Another word we talked about was place value holder, and we're going to come back to that in just a second, okay?
Okay.
Our second main idea was simply multiplying our practice. So the problem that we had first was 26 times 7. So when you're looking up at my screen or the TV screen right now, you're going to see that I have 26 times 7 now in green, yes? That was the problem we started with in our notes. And we said that this bottom number right here, this number right here was called the what?
A multiplier.
So that means we're going to use that multiplier to multiply all the numbers above it. So when we take 7, what is 7 times 6 multiplied?
42.
So we put the 2 down and we put the 4 up here. What do we call that number when we put it up there?
Carrying number.
Okay, and then we multiplied 7 and 2. What is 7 times 2?
14.
14, and we added the carrying number. What's 14 plus 4?
80.
And our final answer is what?
182.
And I always do what to my answers? Box them. Now, number 7 is very similar, but on number 8, we went to a 2-digit problem. So in our 2-digit problem, we had 29 times 18. Can you guys see again where we started? So we have 29 times 18. Hey, Mr. Walter, sorry. Mr. Walters, we're actually recording right now, so whatever you say is on the screen, okay? All right, cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, we had 29 times 18. Yes, no?
Yes.
All right, and so we have 2 multipliers in our bottom number. What are the 2 multipliers?
18.
No. 1 and,
8.
which make up the number 18, right? All right, so let's go through this. Our first multiplier we used was the 8, yes?
Yes.
And we multiplied it by the 9, right?
Yeah.
So what's 8 times 9?
72.
72, so we put down the 2 and we carried the 7. Okay, then we took 8 and we multiplied it by,
2.
what's 8 times 2?
16.
Plus 7?
23.
23. Remember, it's right here, guys. 23, right? Now, we are all done using that 8. When we're all done using the 8, what do?
Cross it off.
We cross it off, and we're all done using the 7, so what do we have to do?
Cross it off.
We're not using them anymore. And then before I start multiplying with my 1, I also need to put a what down here?
Place value holder.
And my place value holder is always going to be the number 0. Then what we go ahead and do is we multiply with the 1. And we multiply by the 9, we get 9. We multiplied 1 by 2, we get 2. And then you guys know this already, but we add them all together, and we got our final answer of?
522.
You guys are doing great. The last thing I want to tell you is when you get to a problem like number 10, on number 10, I wrote the problem going across the paper, right?
Yes.
We can't show our work with the problem going across the paper, so we did what we call a...
Rewrite.
And we rewrote the problem so that we could show our work. Is everybody cool with that?
Yes.
We good?